Hi, my name's Devi and I'm talking to you at www.mynewleaf.co.uk. My theme today is writing a CV. Now, of course, this is the old chestnut for any career changer, for any job seeker. Everybody wants to know how to write a really great CV. And actually, it is a challenging thing to do well, but it's also really simple because there are only two things that an employer wants to see on a CV that's going to get you through the door to that next round, the interview. Two things. And they are, firstly, that you can do the job. That's the really obvious one, yeah, that everyone knows about. And the second thing is that they and their team are going to get on with you, that they're going to like you. It's all about relationship. Now, the irony is, everybody focuses on the first one, but in reality, the second one is the most important. Because if people like you, and they believe in you, and they feel that you have potential to fit in, and they want to work with you, they will, even subconsciously, forgive a lot of the deficiencies in the first one. So really, really important not to neglect that part. That's where you need to focus your efforts. So let me say a little bit more about that, and then I'm going to go back to talk about the can you do the job part, because that's important too. But the relationship part, the main way to build a relationship is simple. And again, it's two things. The first thing is to make sure you've done your research and you know where it is that you're applying for, and you know what they care about, what they're like, and you've already decided in yourself that this is somewhere that you would like to work. You've already started building a relationship by falling in love with them before they have the chance to fall in love with you. And if you have that yearning, that sense that this is a place that would really suit you, you're halfway there. And the other half is to really be open and put yourself on the page. It's hard to do that well. It's really hard to do that well. But it's about being authentic and real. Talk about not only what you've done, but what motivates you, what you care about, what the differences that you want to make. Tie it into what this organisation that you're applying for is there for. Tie it into the difference they're trying to make. But connect your soul with it. What do you really care about? Why does this matter? Show them that you know that, and show them that they're going to want to talk to you. So there's the relationship. That's the most important part. I'm going to say it again. That's the most important part of your CV. But if you don't have the qualifications and you don't have the proof, then you're not going to get through the door even with that. They might like you, they might consider you for another role, but they're not going to give you this job. So how do you do that? Can you do the job part? That first part, the part that kind of everyone knows about. And I say everyone knows about, but actually I see so many CVs that don't really do this well either. Quite a lot of CVs just list job title, dates, a little bit of the job description, and some generic information, and that really won't cut it. What you've got to do is show that you were effective at doing what you do. Effective at the things they want you to be effective at. So write less about the stuff that's not on their job description or person specification. It's amazing how many CVs I've seen that don't tailor themselves specifically to the job description and person specification that the employer provides you with. That's your most valuable piece of information. And then they want proof. So write it like this, with this in mind, not necessarily using these words, but write it with this in mind. You have to say in each section what you were responsible for, what you did, and what the effect was of what you did. And please don't use words like I was part of a team that, or I helped with. That won't cut it. What did you do? What effect did that have? And the evidence is things like the feedback that you got from people, the amount of money you raised, the change that you made to a team. What was the real effect of your action on the thing you were working on? So often that evidence, that specific, tangible proof, is missing from a CV, and that's a real wasted opportunity. So, those two things again: build a relationship and can you do the job? If you can do those two things, you may or may not get through the door, but your chances will be a darn sight better. Wishing you lots of luck with your job application, and you can find more information about all aspects of career change, thinking about who you are, what you want to do, and getting that job at www.mynewleaf.co.uk. Thanks for listening, and do share this with anybody else that you think might get benefit from it. Thanks very much.